Today we're going to talk about something that we've all struggled with or currently struggle with, and that's self-worth. That feeling in our head of why we aren't good enough. And why do we even beat ourselves up anyways? And more importantly, ways to stop it or turn it around. In this video, we're going to break down everything as far as some psychology tips, personal development, and even some quotes that hopefully will be able to help us change our mindsets around. First, let's talk about why we even struggle with self-worth. Usually it comes from a lot of conditioning, whether it's how we were raised or the expectations that were put on us. Also even like society as a whole, how society views success and achievements and things like that. So how do we actually stop this pattern of bad self-worth? There's three things that I've kind of used, and there's a lot more, but these three I think are very helpful, very practical and easy. I want to go into, reframing my thoughts as the first one. Second one is going to be practice self-compassion, and then redefining success on my terms is the third one. Let's start with the first one, reframing our thoughts. This is so important, everybody, and I still struggle with this. Like, I'll have good days and bad days, and it goes on and off, so I can't stress this enough how important it is. So let's get into it. It sounds simple, but if you're thinking I can't do this, or I'm not gonna work, that's not gonna work out, then it's gonna stay that way. You have to reframe your thoughts and say things like, I'm gonna give this a try. I can do this. I wouldn't even say try. I can do this. I'm already doing it. You have to live in the moment where you want to be. You have to live in the future, essentially. I've heard Wayne Dyer say this tons of times when I started following him years ago. You have to live and act like you already have what you want in your life, and therefore the universe will start to conspire around us and almost bring it to us energetically once we get on that right frequency. I would just suggest doing it a couple times a day if you can, or at least once a day. And over time, you will start to notice an attitude shift. It's pretty cool. I did it for a while. I remember I had like a good 6 or 8 month run, and I just felt so good. And I even remember people saying stuff like, man, you just seem different. You're all like happy, and they could just feel the energy probably. And it was cool for them to notice that, because then that made me believe it works. Even though I haven't stayed there forever, I've gone down in the low spots too. So just trying to find the consistency. So that's why we're here. Let's all stick together, give ourselves a chance, and lift ourselves up. All right, on to self-compassion. Pretty much just giving ourselves more grace. And a good example would be like, sometimes when you catch yourself saying something that's not nice about yourself, maybe stop and say, would I ask that or say that to a friend or a family member? Just kind of reframing the verbiage and how you're talking to yourself. That's also gonna change tremendously as far as the actual feeling of starting to feel good about yourself with the self-compassion. So just being kinder to yourself. And thirdly, we're going to be talking about redefining success on your own terms. And essentially that just means, instead of what you think the world says is supposed to be great for you, through all the media platforms we have and all the marketing strategies, figure out what it means to you and then stick with that. Go for that goal or achievement based on how you believe. If it's something that you would think it's smaller in the outside world, so what? If it's going to help you get forward or go somewhere or do something for someone that you've been wanting to, that's the point. That's what matters. Instead of asking, did I succeed in other people's eyes, or did I validate the situation that other people think I'm cool and see me on these social media platforms or anything, ask yourselves things like, did I try hard enough? Did I do what I wanted to achieve, or did I get close? Or did I grow or learn from this? Those seem like better questions, wouldn't you agree? A great quote I recently read by Carl Jung, I think that's how you pronounce it, or Carl Jung, It says, if I'm gonna read it actually so I don't mess it up. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. When I heard that, and literally I only heard this like a week ago, it really made me think like, wow, that's so true. There's so many cool quotes and things that we can take and use from other people's successes and build them into our own and make it our own. So I want to invite everybody to engage with this conversation. I want to hear, like, what are some issues you've been having? Are you low on your self-worth? Do you need some strategies to help? Hope this video helps. Let me know. And also give me some tips on what I could do to get better at mine as well. So appreciate it, guys. Thank you.